back to MDL Crochet. This week's stitch is the Tunisian reverse purl stitch. And it looks like this. No, I do not have it on the back side. That is the actual front side. It looks like the back side of almost every Tunisian stitch work. It's a really textury thing. But if you look at the back side, it'll be different. And I'm going to save that till the end. And also, if you at the end, if you want to know how to bind this off, I'll show you then. Also, if you can give me a like and subscribe, that'd be greatly appreciated. Leave me a comment. I'll chit chat with you. But let's get into this stitch. Alright, so as I said, this stitch is called the reverse purl stitch. Now I made a chain of 15. You can do it in any chain length that you want, but I chose 15. So, and I am using a 5-weight yarn and an 8mm hook for this. Alright, so we're going to do what we normally do with Tunisian, is pull up our loops in the back. So go ahead and pull up your loops. Alright, I have all my loops up. So it's a standard return pass. So yarn over and pull through 1, which is chaining 1. Yarn over and pull through 2. And yarn over and pull through 2 all the way down to the end till you have 1 loop left on your hook. Alright, I'm pulling up the last loop now. Now if you don't know how to do the Tunisian reverse stitch, I'll put a link here for you so you can learn it and then learn this stitch. This is a variation of the reverse stitch and the purl stitch. It's just combining those two stitches. So that's the foundation row. Now with the purl, instead of going like how we did before, you keep it in the front. And then you find that back post that we work through in reverse, and then you yarn over and pull up a loop, keeping your yarn in the front. Pull up that back post, yarn over and pull up a loop again, then yarn over and pull up a loop. That is it. That is the reverse purl. Now there's other ways you can go through. Like sometimes I will be lazy and just put my needle in and split the two, just like this. It makes it easy for me sometimes instead of having to go all the way like that. So let's keep our yarn in the front. And purls are a lot slower of a stitch. It's just the nature of Pearl. She can't help it. I'll do 2 rows with you, and then I'll cut off and do a few more rows, and then we'll look at the stitch. And see, I didn't even yarn over. And that will happen because you get in a groove, and then you're automatically thinking, oh, I'm working in reverse, I don't need all this. But you're adding 2 stitches together, so you need it. Okay, we're at the end, so you just bring your work down to the row you just closed, fold it on to your needle, and you'll poke right where you need to go. Because you have a front, 2 front bars right there, and then you have a back bar there, and that's where you're trying to go. You're trying to go in that space to separate them. And I don't know why I grabbed a pencil. Pull up your loop, yarn over, chain 1, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2 all the way down to the end until you only have 1 loop left on your hook. Alright, so I'm finishing up the last loop now. You can see the front side. It looks like the back side of most Tunisian work, where it's all puffy. Now the back side doesn't. It actually looks like Tunisian simple stitches. But we're going to go ahead and get into our next row. So you have the front bar and you have a back bar. Here's your front bar, here's your back bar. And you have that all the way down. So you're working in the back bar in the back. And the back bars can barely be seen, but they're here. That's your back bars. So what we're doing is we're leaving the yarn in front, going into that back bar, yarning over and pulling up a loop. And that is it. Or you could do how I do it, because I don't like twisting my work back and forth. So what I do is I just take my needle and then I split the 2 bars and I work with it that way. I find it easier because if you're working in the back, you know, stretch, it makes it feel like you're having to look, you're a little too short and you're looking over a fence, being nosy. And see how you stretch your neck and you kind of bend back your face so that way you can, your eyes go back, you know, everything kind of tilts backwards for some reason, thinking we're going to see better that way, but we don't. But that's what it feels like whenever I'm having to do this. So this is why I do it. Just splitting the bars, sticking it in the gap, and then split the 2 bars. Just, I don't know, it's easier to me. And crochet is supposed to be easy regardless if it's Tunisian or regular crochet. It's supposed to be relaxing and not nerve-wracking, so hey, whatever makes it easy, right? Alright. And that is all a purl is, just keeping your yarn in front of your needle when you're working through the bar. And it's just, and then when you pull up the bar, yarning over and pulling through. And that's the same way it is in with the basic purl with Tunisian simple stitch. Now, the row we just closed off, go ahead and bring your work down, or your needle down, hold your work in, and you're going to slide right where you need to be. Because you need to be between this post right there. That's your back post, because you have two posts up here. Oh my goodness. You can see them 1 and 2. Create that chevron, and then I just split that yarn. That's what I did there. 1 and 2, and then that's your back post of it. So you're trying to just go right between the back post, pulling up between here, just like what I'm about to show you. You can see me sliding through that back post. And then yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over, chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, all the way down to the end. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do a few more rows off camera so we can get a better look at this stitch. And I'll be back in just a second. Alright, I'm finishing up the last few stitches. Alright, so we're just going to keep doing our Tunisian simple. Alright, so we're going to keep doing our Tunisian purl, but we're slipping it. A reverse purl at that. Alright, I'm finishing up the last few stitches on the closure. And then on this last one, you just drop down and you just do your normal closing. Let me go ahead and snip this. Ooh, totally missed it. Chain 1, tighten it up, and that is Tunisian reverse purled stitch. It's got a wavy texture to it. It looks like the backside of almost every Tunisian work, but wait till we see the actual backside. The actual backside looks like Tunisian simple stitches. So in essence, it's reversible. It has just about as much give as any Tunisian simple stitch would have. Those purls kind of tighten down a lot. But anyway, that is that stitch. And remember, if you can like and subscribe these videos, it'd be greatly appreciated. And also give me a thumbs up, comment if you want to chit chat. I'll gladly chit chat with you. But until next time, folks, keep stitching.